Does your budget feel tight, but nothing feels obviously wrong? Subscriptions might be the reason for that. Hi friends, welcome back. In today's video, I am going to talk about subscriptions, why they are sneaky, how they can drain your budget, and what to do about them. If you're new here, my name is Jen. On this channel, we discuss minimalization, decluttering, frugality, and finances. This is why subscriptions can be a problem. Most subscriptions start with good intentions. You buy a product and you want to keep paying for that product and not have to get a reoccurring bill and things like that. But over time, your habits may change. That subscription that you are paying $5 a month for, you may never use that. And then you entirely forget about it and you're being charged $5 a month and not even using what the subscription is for. It just might not be the season that you want to use the subscription. As an example, I had a Pandora subscription that I had for actually very many years, and it got to a point where I did not listen to Pandora like that anymore. I had other outlets to listen to music, and I was using them more than Pandora. So, hence the subscription purge. And I mean, the subscription was really not all that much. It was only like $6 a month, but that adds up over time. I mean, $6 over 10 months is $60. What can you buy with an extra $60? Another thing with subscriptions is that the free trial turns into charges. You may have a month or even 6 months of free trial, and then all of a sudden your charges start. And then all of a sudden you're paying for things that you just didn't really notice. What I've been doing is reviewing my subscriptions. First, I look at each one and I ask myself, do I use this item? Does it actually add value to my life? And would I sign up for this again? If the answer is no to any of those questions, it's a pretty good candidate to cancel. Once I ask myself those 3 questions about each subscription, then I know what I'm keeping and what I'm canceling. I keep subscriptions that I use regularly, that support my goals, that also replace more expensive alternatives. The ones that I cancel are mainly ones that no longer fit my lifestyle, the ones that I no longer use. I will look at subscriptions and see if I can get a smaller monthly payment for a lower rate of subscription on certain things. If the current subscription that I have is too high, but it's something that I use. And when you think about it, it's not about depriving yourself, but it's about adjusting the level of the subscriptions to fit your lifestyle. An example of a subscription that I use frequently is Audible. I have eliminated Pandora. I have eliminated SiriusXM because I don't use those anymore. If I do want to listen to music, it's not a biggie for me to listen to commercials. One that I do keep is Audible because I do enjoy listening to audiobooks, and pretty much all the time I listen to audiobooks. The thing with Audible, though, is I have an option to go to a lower subscription. Right now I'm at the mid-level one, and I'm investigating whether it's worth it to go to the lower level one because I'm still going to keep the amount of books that I have, and I don't need to upgrade to the higher one because getting one free audiobook a month is pretty much fits my lifestyle. And if you ask, what do I do with the extra money that I gain from canceling these subscriptions? Well, I have it directed into a savings account because this is one of those times where if you're automatically paying this money, you don't notice it, and over time it's just it's just an expense that you don't even see. So if you're able to cancel some subscriptions and then reroute that money into a savings account, or if you have high interest debt, using that extra money to pay off that high interest debt, that's a fantastic way to use the money that you are paying towards subscriptions. I do a subscription purge usually about once or twice a year. Or if money begins to feel tight, then I'll begin to look at where I can cut back on some things. And subscriptions, more often than not, can be a pretty easy solution. It's an easy way to regain some more control, but without creating drastic measures. And as always, canceling subscriptions is not about going without, but intentionally choosing which ones you actually use and which ones you don't. If you have 3 or 4 streaming subscriptions, which ones do you use? Can you get rid of one and use another one in its place? Do you need the programming that's on each individual one, or is there a way you can find the programming actually on one platform that you use? If a subscription isn't adding value to your life, it doesn't deserve a permanent spot in your budget. Let me know in the comments down below, what subscriptions are you guys purging, and how often do you guys look at your subscriptions? Thank you for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And I'll see you in the next one.